Hi everyone, this is Ameyali. Thank you for clicking on this video. I'm super excited to share with you everything I know about the imposter syndrome and how to fix it once for all. And I want to share this with you in a practical way. So I will give you 3 steps to really get rid of it and really just, overcome the imposter syndrome. I will be speaking from my experience, my female experience, my female gaze, so I think this only applies to women. So yeah, that's what I want to clarify from the beginning. And I am not a native English speaker, so probably I will mispronouncing or I will use some words in the wrong way, so I'm sorry about that, but I really think that won't be a problem. Like, you will get the message, okay? So that's the important part, this information that I am about to share, and I think you will be able to understand it perfectly. And while explaining this to you, I will be also showing footage of my journaling process in my reading journal, so I hope you like that. And let's start explaining what is it. What is the imposter syndrome? This syndrome is the insecurity we feel within us to accomplish something, and it can be like, oh, I'm not smart enough, I'm not strong enough, I'm not fast enough, I am not funny enough, anything, like you're not enough. You feel like you lack preparation for anything you want to achieve. It can be getting a job, it can be winning a medal, it can be winning an award, or even just start a journal or start making videos. Like, you feel you lack some abilities, but the trick here is that you actually have those abilities, and the imposter syndrome tells you that you don't, that you need to prepare better, that you need to learn more, that you need to change your image, crazy things. So it will make you feel you cannot do something that you actually can. That's why it's called the imposter syndrome, because that's a statistic, right? Women won't apply for jobs that they are qualified or even overqualified for, because we feel like we really need to give way more that we can currently give. And that's something that really happens to us constantly. Like, I know some men can suffer imposter syndrome, but in my opinion, they actually need a little more imposter syndrome in their lives. Let's focus on where does this come from. Well, the imposter syndrome for us, for women, comes from patriarchy, basically. But let me elaborate on that. Since we are little kids, we start to learn where the society wants to place us, and we learn to be more like mother-like woman, right? Like, we have to take care for others, we have to be always aware of others' needs, and we can wait to fulfill our own needs, right? We have to be nice, and we have to smile, and we have to look pretty and feminine, and we have to make this performance, right? So we can be accepted in society. Like, not everyone does it, and not everyone does it in the same way, like at the same extent, but we all learn what's the way we have to behave, right? And for women is that. And we can get a lot of backlash very early when we don't perform that femininity in the right way. So sometimes it's not directly towards you, sometimes you can see it with other girls, right? Like, oh, she's a lesbian, or she's like a boy, or it's, you start to understand what is allowed, what is not allowed, and what are the consequences. Also, for the girls, they really encourage us to follow all this romantic love narrative in our lives very early, since adolescence. And also, they make us very self-conscious about our looks. So by the time we are adults, we are really into it, right? And if we want to achieve something, we have to fight against all these ideas and ideals that the society has for women. But I'm not telling you this because I want to complain about patriarchy. I want you to understand that this is not something they just do for fun and just because boys and girls should do this and that. It's because capitalism is shaped in a way that depends on the free labor of women. We have to be the caregivers, the mothers, cleaners, nurses, everything for free for our family to thrive and everybody being able to go out and work and produce to the capital. And we also produce for the capital nowadays, right? Now we don't really stay home and take care for the kids and the elders. We really do that and then we go to work a full shift. So it's getting worse and worse. And I really want you to understand this is a billionaire structure because capitalism and patriarchy loves to make us feel like everything we face, every difficulty we face, like an imposter syndrome, is our own fault and is our flaw, and we have to fix it on our own. And we are missing something, and we need to be better, and we need to try more. But you will be burned out by the end of the day if you really try to do everything you need to do to improve your mental health and your physical health and not being an imposter. And that's impossible because the whole system is against you and they want it that way because that's the way you can go and work a full shift and be paid so little and get in debt and everything. We will need several videos to really address everything I said, but you get the idea, right? You now see how by giving you these insecurities and by giving you this imposter syndrome, they can assure most of us will really fulfill the position that they want us in, right? So we feel insecure and we don't really chase our goals and dreams and we lack confidence to do something different from most of the people. So that's how they keep us in place. So it's not your flaw, it's not your fault. But the thing here is that you and only you can start to solve it. You won't be really doing this on your own, and I will share all the tools with you, but you are the only one that can start the process, right? And you're the one that has to commit to this process, but we will do it in a very friendly way because I don't want this to become another thing you have to do and burn out and that you feel guilty about it and that you feel like you're failing. I don't want that for you. I want you to start this process the way it started, very friendly, very kindly to yourself. So the first solution that I will share with you, it's so great. I promise you it will make wonders for you. You have to look for women in any field that you want and that you're interested in, like sports, science, arts, anything that you care for. Look for the women, read them, listen to them, and praise them. I need you to approach women the way men approach each other, right? They are always praising themselves and each other, and men are great, men are God and superheroes and geniuses, right? They learn that since they are little kids. For me, it's very, very simple, right? They always listen to these myths and they think, oh yeah, I'm godlike, I'm superhero-like, and they grow up and they become red pill, and that's that's like the normal cycle, right? I find it very obvious. But we girls, we don't really grow up seeing that, and that is changing. But if you are a millennial, it was kind of difficult. They don't really share with you which woman made history and the inventions of women. When I found Fernanda Melchor, Alaide Ventura Medina, I was shocked to the core. I was like, oh my god, these women are alive, they are from my city, they are from my state, they are from my country, and they are brilliant and they are just so amazing, and that blew my mind. And it's not that I feel I can do what I do because they are so talented, right? But something within you changes. Something within you is like, I could do something great as well, and I could be witnessed by other women, and they will will recognize themselves in what I do, right? So it really changes something in you, and that's why they hide this woman from us, right? They don't want us to build a tradition of women. They want us in the sidelines. So I want you to feel like this main character energy and give women the main character in the plot. So praise them, find them, listen to them, and make sure you are looking for all the good stuff they are doing and sharing that with other women. And that doesn't mean you have to like everything they do all the time, or you have to agree on everything with them. But you know, men, they really support each other on everything. You've seen, you know, we are seeing the world, it's crazy, and they are literal criminals, and they will support each other no matter what. So I'm not asking you to support a criminal woman. I'm just asking you to prioritize women and give them good grace. You have to try your best to see how valuable is what they are doing, and it won't be even hard, I promise you. I've been only reading women for the past 6 years. I love the reality they share with me because it's closer to me, it's closer to my body and my experience, and I can see how much it influences the way I move through the world, right? So prioritize women. So you have to find women in the fields that you are interested in, follow them, praise them, share them with other women, and you know, just look for the good stuff. You have to try and look for what you like in their work, because we also have learned through academia and culture that some things are so valuable and so genius and so bright, but other are not that much. And usually the other is women, it's women of color, it's women from the community. So we really have to try and fight it back. We really have to put our effort on it, and that will benefit us. That will change how you feel about yourself and what you can offer to the world. The second solution is to become conscious and very aware of your creative process, because we are a body, first of all, and we're a body in the capitalism. We're a female body in the capitalism, which is not great. So I mean, I love my body, but capitalism doesn't make it easy. So we have to kind of understand the moments that are better for us to create, and we have to take conscious of when is not a good moment, because often we feel like we're failing at creating something, at writing or journaling or making a collage or making a draw, or you know, like all these creative things, right? We feel we're failing because we are trying to do that in moments where it's not a great moment. So right now I want you to ask yourself and write it down or send you a voice note and ask yourself, like, why did I click on this video, right? Just an interesting question. Why do you think you need to learn about the imposter syndrome? Do you think you have it? It's just curiosity? What is it? You need to answer that. Then let me know in the comments, or write it down in your notebook, or send you a voice note about what do you think about the video so far, right? Is it crazy? Is it useless? Is it great? Is it good? You want to like it? You want to share it? Just write it down. Like I need you to kind of think on what you think, because social media right now is making us so lazy, and you know, it's a whole thing we can discuss in another video. But right now we're not really pausing life to write down or talk about what we think. What do we think about the things we're watching, the things we're listening to, the things we're reading? So I want you to take conscious on that. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Do you share some of my opinions? Is there anything you have heard for the first time in your life and you're thinking like, what? I don't think that is a real thing. Like everything, write it down, send your voice note, and leave me a comment. And you need to do that with all the content you come across, like not all the reels and TikToks, right? But maybe the movies, maybe the books, and start to be aware of what you like, what you don't like, well, and why are you watching what you're watching, and why are you reading what you're reading. And then you're gonna ask yourself if there's anything that you've been wanting to do that you haven't started. Like you've been watching journaling videos, you've been watching recipe videos, and you really want to try it out, but you haven't tried out. Why? I need you to write it down, like why you haven't done that. Is it because of money? Is it because of time? Is it because of laziness? Is it because you are so sad that you cannot really get up from the couch? I need you to write it down. I need you to know the reason is stopping you, right? I need you to take conscious of that. And then you're gonna ask yourself if there is anything, like one step you can do right now to start the process, to start creating, like the recipe, the painting, the journal, anything that you write before. Is there anything you can do right now or this week, maybe? Like go and purchase the materials, or really watch the tutorial and understand the steps, or go and see your friend and coloring the books that you purchased the last time. Anything that you can do today or this week, write it down and take conscious of that. And even if the answer is no right now, like no, there's anything I can do, I cannot really start this, just think about it, give it a minute, because your brain, it's a great problem solver. So the fact that you're thinking about this right now, it will just remain here, and you will dream about it, and or you will have like a revelation in the middle of the day, like, oh, I could do that, or I could start here, or I could make some times and do this and that, and it will come with a solution. So give it some space. Maybe right now it's not the time to get the answer of how to start, but you will get there. I promise you, your brain will get you there. And you have to do this repeatedly, these questions, because that way you will become more aware of the times, places, and ways you can really start creating. Like maybe at the beginning of the month it's not a great moment, you have a lot of things to do and you have to clean your house and do the laundry and blah blah blah. Maybe that's not a great time. And if you try to push yourself through the first 3 days of the month, you're gonna burn out, you're gonna feel guilty, you are not achieving anything. So maybe next time you won't try those 3 days, right? Maybe you like to be with your sister or your bestie to make something creative, or you like to be on your own and you have to wait for your family to go visit your grandma, and that way you can stay at your room and do your crafty projects. So you have to become observant of yourself, and you have to be very curious about it. You have to really see yourself as an interesting person trying to create something, and like check on when and where is the best moment and place to start. And that way you can stop sabotaging yourself, and you can start working with your natural preferences and how it becomes easier for you to start a project or to finish a project that you already started. The third solution is to find women that talks to you about the creative process and to teach you different tools and mechanisms to face the challenges that you encounter in life. I really love Elizabeth Gilbert, I really love Julia Cameron, I really love Aleme Vasquez, but she only writes in Spanish. I can share with you some of her thoughts if you want to through a video. She's so great, but yeah, she only writes in Spanish. And also you can take workshops or courses with women who helps you to build your self-esteem, to teach you some meditation tools. I really love Marisa Peer, Emily Fletcher, and Mariana Zamora, but also Mariana Zamora, it's only in Spanish, but they are great. They have really helped me to face some, simple trauma, like not the trauma that you actually need a therapist, but all those wounds we have from our childhood or from different stages of life that you can really start to handle yourself with your journal and some meditation, and they have really helped me a lot with my self-esteem and my confidence. And you can also listen to interviews or read the memoirs of women that you admire, because they face a lot of challenges based on their sex or gender, so they will help you to overcome that when you face that in your life, right? They have to deal with motherhood or with some maybe sickness that only happens to women. So it's important for us to look for that point of view and to learn from them. So workshops, courses, books from women that actually are trying to teach you, right? The first solution I proposed to you was like in general, like look for them even if they don't try to teach you, right? So right now you have to look for the teachers, and you will learn so much from women, and it will talk to your experience and your difficulties in a way that men cannot, because we don't share the same experience in this system. So yeah, that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to me. I hope my English is not an obstacle for you to understand everything I shared. And if you want to watch more videos like this, please let me know in the comments and give it a like if you like it, and share it with your friends if you think it's helpful, because I really love to share this with you. These tips have really changed my way to approach my creative process, and it has worked.